Hello my loves, this is Mystique and I welcome you to my digital sacred space. I hope you're happy, healthy and healing wherever you're watching from. I know I have been absent for quite a few months actually. I have been dealing with a lot in my personal life and it had gotten to the point where I didn't want to live anymore. And I'm not quite sure if I'm fully well yet, but I want to try to find my will to live. And I asked myself, what is it that I really want to do if I died tomorrow? What is it that I really want to do? And doing readings for you guys was one of those things. Of course, I've said this on the channel before that I created this channel for you guys, but it's also for me in the sense that I enjoy doing these readings for you. I enjoy channeling messages for you, and I think this is just my way of contributing to the world and to humanity. And the past months have been really difficult for me. I feel very disillusioned and disappointed in the way the world is right now. And I feel like maybe you guys also have been struggling with maybe similar issues in the past month. But I asked myself, do I want to do readings? And the answer was immediately, yes, I do. And so I guess we are going to do a reading today. And I think a lot of you guys messaged me, emailed me, and I've tried to respond to all of them, but if I have not responded to your emails, please don't be offended. I'm not doing very well right now, and I really don't know how to talk about it because I've asked for help. In the past months, I have reached out to people and people that are close to me, and there's a lot of observations and there's a lot of things that I've come to realize that are very, very painful for me, just as a human being, not even as a woman, but just as a human being, and just how disconnected we are from each other. But anyway, I don't want to get into that because this video is going to be very, very morbid if I get into that. But yeah, I'm just starting off with simple reading. We're just taking a look at any messages, any guidance that spirit or universe or your guides might have for you at this time. Let me know if you guys want me to share my views or what I've been through, in the sense that what I've learned in the past few months, being in a very depressed, I don't want to use the word, but I think you guys know what I mean, being in that kind of a state. And I just feel like just coming to realization of very harsh and deep truths about how this universe works and what humanity is doing and where we are headed, what we are a vibrational match to. And it's breaking my heart. It's affecting me. I'm not going to lie, it's affecting me. You guys might feel like, oh my god, she's a tarot reader, like they can channel messages and like ask for guidance. Like I'm just gonna be very honest with you guys. Like I feel we struggle with a lot as well because we are so sensitive to energies, and if this world was a very loving place, it wouldn't be so hard, but unfortunately it's not. And I don't know, I guess I want to try living. I want to try living, I really do. I want to find my will to live, and doing tarot readings is something that I really, really enjoy. Genuinely, I love being there for you guys. I I guess I want to be a small light in your life. I want to let you guys know that you are not alone, and if you're going through difficult things, which I'm sure a lot of you guys are, because you would not be spiritually inclined if you were not, I think I want to be there for you guys even if I don't live. I think that's something that's important to me. And yeah, I am taking personal readings, but I've decided to take a limited number of personal readings until I feel better. So if you guys want to get a personal reading, please let me know. And I'm really sorry if I was not able to respond to your emails. I've responded to as many as I could, but if I didn't respond to you, please don't feel offended. Please don't feel like I was being rude. I love you guys so much, and it's really important for me to do this. And also another thing that I wanted to mention is that the music that I was using in my past videos got copyrighted, and so unfortunately I cannot use that music anymore. I'll have to scrap that, but I am not getting rid of the prayer of gratitude ritual that I used to do before all of my readings, so we are still doing that. It's just that we are going to do that prayer without the music. So yeah, we've got 3 piles for you today. We've got pile number 1 with this word, which is hardworking. The lighting is just, it started raining, guys. I'm not sure if you guys can hear it, but it's really gloomy outside and I love it. But it's not helping the video because I feel like this is going to be really dark. We've got pile number 2 with light. You can pick any one of these that you feel called to. You don't even have to pick it based on the words that you're seeing. And for pile number 3, we've got a quote which says, "We're only given a little sparkle of madness, do not lose it." I'm feeling a lot of positive energy from this group, pile number 3, but we'll get into your readings later. Yeah, you guys can take your time and pick any one of these piles or any 2 of these as you feel called to. I'm going to begin with my prayer. I feel like I've forgotten, but I'll just let my spirit and my soul guide me. I'll just speak from heart as I always do. I don't have a specific script for this prayer that I do. But I would like to start off firstly, today especially, since this is my first reading after months of being absent, I want to first start with giving you a lot of love. I want to start with giving you my gratitude, my love. Thank you so much for supporting me, for all of your sweet comments, for your emails. A lot of you were wondering why I was gone, and you guys can see the intro. I have described some of it about why I was gone, but regardless, I am so thankful. I'm so grateful for you guys. Thank you so much for being kind to me. I think somewhere it helped. It did help me in knowing that there's people in the world that want to be loving humans. And I feel like you can be anything. You can be a millionaire, a billionaire, but if you don't have emotional intelligence, if you do not have love in your heart for nature, for animals, for humanity, for me, I feel, for me personally, I don't think I've accomplished anything. It's very important for me to be loving and to be a light in this world and to not participate in the darkness, to not perpetuate it. And I feel like you guys have a similar energy. I mean, that is why you've even found this channel. Otherwise, I don't think it would be possible. So I'm so grateful that you guys exist, and I want to thank you so much for existing, for being a part of my life. For all those of you that have booked your personal readings with me, thank you so much for giving me the honor to read your energy. I love you guys so much, and I have so much space for you in my heart and in my soul. You guys are always welcome in this space to express whatever you want. Please feel free to leave, your big comments and express it. Even if I don't read it, I will read it at some point, because I do read pretty much all of the comments. But if I miss a few, please know that your voice needs to be heard and that you're important to me. I might not be able to fully express that, but please know that you are important to me. And this prayer I would like to specifically dedicate to you guys. I always dedicate this prayer to spirit guides and spirit and universe, but I want to dedicate this prayer to you guys, for whoever is watching this video. I love you guys so much, and thank you so much for allowing me to do your readings, to tap into your energy. And it makes me so happy. Sometimes I'll be sad, and it makes me so happy to do readings, because some of you have a really good energy, and then it puts me in a good energy, because I am tapping into yours and reading for you. So it puts me in a good state, and I'm like, whoa, like I was really sad, but now I'm not anymore. That was a very fun reading and I enjoyed myself. So it helps a lot. Your energy helps a lot, guys. I know I cannot see your face and you can't see mine either, but your energy helps me heal. Your energy heals me and energizes me a lot. So thank you so much for being a part of my life. And I would also like to invite and call in your spirit guides, spirit and universe. Before we begin this reading, I offer you my love to spirit guides, to spirit and all the divine entities watching over you. I allow entities and beings that have positive intentions for my group number 1, 2, and 3, my soul family. I allow only those entities and beings that have my soul family's best interests at heart, that do not want to cause them any harm. I offer this prayer as an expression of my love to my soul family, to you, dear universe, and the spirit guides watching over my dear soul family. I would like to take the time to thank all of the beautiful cards, the decks, the watercolors, the art that I create here. Allow me to tap into the energy of my soul family so that I can give them an accurate reading. And I would like to thank my dear soul family. Thank you for always being there. And I will be taking a limited amount of personal readings. So if you guys need any help, any clarity, please feel free to reach out and I will do my best. I want to be there for you guys. I love you guys so much, and let's begin with your reading. I'll see you at your bites. Hello, my loves. If you chose this pile, you chose pile number 1, which says hardworking. Now, I feel like you guys are pretty hardworking. You guys could be Capricorns, but you don't have to be. So, just starting in with, I'm feeling a lot of peaceful energy from you guys. There's a lot of calmness. Even if you're not at peace, I feel a certain calmness in your energy, and I feel like maybe things around you are a bit of a chaos, or there's chaotic things going around you. Maybe you're traveling a lot, or you're moving, something like that. Like there's something chaotic around you, but I feel like you're very at ease. I don't feel a lot of disturbance in your energy, group number 1. I feel like you're taking these changes as they come. So let's pull your tarot cards and see what Spirit has to say. For group number 1, please. For group number 1, please. Okay. Wow. We have 6 of acorns. Success and triumph. Wow. So whatever it is that you're doing, whatever chaos there is around you, I feel like it's going to alleviate. It's not going to perpetuate itself. It's not continuous. It's not permanent. I think it's going to calm down eventually. We've got the Chariot reversed. Maybe you're feeling stuck at the moment. You're feeling like things are not moving, or things are too much of a chaos. Even though I don't feel a lot of disturbance in your energy, I do feel you thinking that, when is this going to get resolved? When am I going to get out of this? When is this going to get better? And it is going to get better, because the very first card that you got is 6 of acorns, which literally says success and triumph. So I feel like it is going to get better, because that is the very first card that you got. So Spirit wanted to talk about that first. And I feel like that's another confirmation that your hard work is going to pay off, that you're going to be successful. I also saw the 4 of Wands card, which is of victory and celebration, similar to the 6 of Wands card's energy. That's the kind of energy that I get from this card. So I feel like you don't have to worry, because you're going to succeed. You're going to come out triumphant. We've got Page of Feathers, which is exploration and discovery. Maybe you guys are setting out on an adventure. We have 8 of acorns, energy and results, and the final card that you have is love, choice, trust. I feel like the cards are pretty obvious. I feel like your reading might not be a very long reading, because for those of you that have been looking for love, are going to find love. Although I do not feel that it's romantic love that you have been longing for. I feel like maybe it's belonging that you're longing for. Like sometimes when you, for example, if any of you are from a toxic family, you might always have this subconscious desire to have a loving family, to have all of the members love each other genuinely, not just as a fake persona thing. And so I feel like you will get there. And this is a confirmation that if you are longing for something like that, if you have a subconscious desire for that, it's going to come true. Let this reading be a confirmation. Spirit is saying this reading is a confirmation for you guys. It's going to happen for you. I also feel like some of you guys are also on this exploratory journey it could be outward, but I also feel like for those of you that might not be traveling outward, you guys are traveling inward, in the sense that you guys are exploring yourselves, you know, like, what is it that I like, what is it that I want, do I really want to continue this job, do I really want to be in this career, do I really want to be with this person? And I feel like a lot of you guys are going to make changes, or are already in the process of making those changes, so to speak. You guys are already, I think, thinking seriously and considering seriously what it is that you guys want to prioritize and what it is that it's important for you. So if it looks like, okay, I do not like this job even though it pays well, but I don't like being in this environment, and I don't know why that is, but I don't want to be here, and you know, you quit that job, which is a huge decision, by the way, so kudos to you. And you quit that job and you go towards a path that you really want, you know, and you feel fulfilled there, you feel satisfied there, you find your fulfillment there. For some of you, I'm literally being shown somebody moving from the city to a more countryside, or to a place where there's more peace, or where there's not a lot of people. And I feel like, you know, you guys are really sensitive to energies. I feel a lot of strength from you guys, but I feel that you guys are very sensitive. I literally just heard hermit. So you guys could be Virgos, you guys could be introverts, you don't have to be Virgos, but I feel that you guys are going on some kind of a solitary journey, inward or outward, and you're making decisions like, okay, I don't want to live in the city side anymore. Like, what am I working so hard for money and only to spend it? Like, why am I doing this? Why am I living such a stressful life for a future happiness? Why am I always chasing happiness? Because I'm not happy in this moment. And you're like, you know what, let me ask myself what makes me happy in this moment. And I feel like maybe for some of you, it's getting away from the hustle of the city life, the fast-pacedness of the city life. And you guys, since you guys are more sensitive, I feel like you guys could be earth signs, even if you're not Virgo. Virgo is an earth sign, but I feel a lot of earth energy. And I feel like the moment you make some decision like that, or, you know, go to a, not even if it's not a countryside, maybe you go to a more lesser known place where there's more nature and less of the city landscape, you guys are going to find your peace there, because you guys feel very grounded there. And I feel like you guys have some kind of a nature around your home. So if you guys are wanting to live in a place where there is nature around your home, I see that, I'm seeing that for sure. I'm seeing you guys meditating in the forest and loving and hugging trees and being super grounded. I see you very happy, very fulfilled, very connected to Mother Gaia, very connected to spirit. And I feel like there's some kind of a decision you're making. You're changing something. You're changing some kind of a path. You're making some choice which is going to lead you towards this restfulness state. Like, yeah, restfulness is the word. Peace was not the word. Restfulness. I feel a certain restfulness in your being, which I feel like most people do not have. Like, you know, most people are always like, oh, I want to hustle and I want to get here and I want to be successful, and that's a great energy to be. Again, not hating that, but I feel like you guys that is something that might not be good for you. Or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe you guys want to go for that hustle and you guys want to go towards that, and that's okay too. No judgment from here, but I'm just giving an example that maybe for some of you that's what it looks like. Something about your home is also coming through. Something about 4th house energy is coming through. Let me get 2 more cards for you. I feel like there needs to be, actually this one wants to come out. So we've got 6 of feathers, we've got Ace of feathers, and we've got 10 of feathers. Oh my gosh, you have all of the feathers card. And again, look at that, look at the similarity. Dragonflies, beautiful. some of you could be going through an ego death. I feel like for a small group of you, this might be a very painful, difficult experience. It might be an ego death kind of experience, kind of like how the past few months were for me. And spirit is like, you know what, we got you. Your guides are saying, you know what, we got you through this period. You might not feel fully supported, you might not feel like, you know, we are watching over you, but we are. They're saying that they're watching over you, that they're there for you as you shed your, you know, shed your skin, shed your ego self, so to speak, and bring in a new, more evolved, more self-aware ego. Here on this channel, you know, I am not an enemy of ego. I think it's very important to have a healthy sense of self, and that sense of self I call the ego. So, and I think that's really important, because how are you going to know what you love or what you like or what you dislike? How are you going to know how you feel if you are rejecting the ego? You know, spirituality is not about rejecting something. It's about accepting who you are and accepting. And if you, you know, if you are more materialistic, then it's spiritual for you to be materialistic. You know, people often say that, oh, it's the opposite. I don't see them as opposites, guys. So I feel like you're going through some kind of a shedding transformation, some kind of a rising from the ashes. I'm the phoenix transformation. I'm being shown ecdysis. Specifically, ecdysis is just the name of the process where the snake sheds the outer layer of the skin. And I feel like you've grown up a lot, you've evolved a lot, and spirit is so, I feel like your guides and the people watching over you in the spiritual realm are really, really proud of you for handling this change like a pro. And when they say that, they specifically mean that you are taking on challenges in a more, you know, like relaxed way. Not that you're lazy, but you're taking it more in a relaxed way. It's like, oh, these things happen, you know, I'm accepting this. Like, you do not have a lot of resistance. And I feel like they're like, oh my god, you're a champ. That's what they said. You're a champ, pile number one. You're a champ. That's the exact sentence that they just told me. You're a champ, group number one, for doing that. And they are so proud of you for. And look at this, look at the way the mouths are facing, you know, the faces are facing the opposite side, and we've got the chariot here as well in reverse. So I feel like you're definitely changing something, like you're changing maybe your physical appearance, but there could be some change regarding your life decision itself. Like you're changing the trajectory in some way by making a different choice, by making, and I feel like your life path potentials are going to shift like this. Like I'm literally, it's like you're going here, and then you make a different choice and you're like going over here, and it's like you've just changed the timeline. You know, I'm not sure if we can call this quantum leaping, but I see you shifting timelines, shifting what you are vibrationally potentially a match to. And so it's like, okay, if here you were a vibrational match to heartache because of low self-esteem, or because of being in abusive toxic relationships, or allowing yourself to be in abusive work environments, and the moment you decide, okay, no, I don't want to be here, it's like boom, shift, like immediately it's changed, and all of your future timelines look different now. They some of them are ending up in joy, some of them are ending up in success, career, what is that? What did I just hear? Career performance? Like you're being rewarded for your career performance in some way. I see some of you getting some kind of an award. Yeah, I feel like you making this decision is also going to help your career in some way, even though you're leaving your job. I'm not sure how this is making sense, but that's what is coming through. So I have to be honest to that. But yeah, I see that you're making some changes in your career, and it's going to affect your career positively. So that's what I'm seeing for you guys. I feel like I've channeled everything for you. Let me see if they want to say anything more. I think that's it. They're saying you're a champ. You got this. Like, don't worry about doing things wrong or failing, or you know, it's going to be okay, because we've got love here. They're showing me this card, so I feel they're like, it's going to end up here. You're going to end up here. Trust and make the choice that you want to make. It's going to be okay. You're going to be okay. You're going to come out of this beautiful bird, phoenix coming out of the ashes. For some of you, this is not going to be a very painful change. Only for a small group of you, I feel like this could be painful. But for most of you, I do not feel that this is a painful change. I feel like you're stepping into a more loving, happy state, emotional state of yourself, as in this next chapter, in this next phase, as you know, after you watch this reading. So that's what I got for you guys. Let me know if you guys have any. I do have some ideas for future readings planned out, but let me know if you guys have any suggestions. Please leave them in the comments. I'm also taking a limited amount of personal readings due to things that I'm facing in my personal life. So if you guys want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so by emailing me, and my email address is in the description. You can reach out to me through that. And thank you so much for being part of my life, group number 1. I feel that some of you guys have been here on my channel, you know, like since the past year, and thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you so much for being there for me, and I love you guys so much. Thank you to all of your spirit guides. Thank you to these beautiful cards for allowing me to channel for my beautiful and lovely group number 1. I loved your energy. And yeah, with that said, I'm gonna say bye, and hopefully I'll see you in my next reading or in the personal reading. Bye guys, I hope you have a great day. Hello my loves, if you chose this beautiful little card which says light, then this is going to be your reading, group number 2. I feel like there is a lot of light coming into your life now. I've said this before in my readings, but I do not pick these myself. I kind of just intuitively pick them up. Oh my god, I just saw 1010 in front of me, the angel number, and 000 and 222. If it means something to you, then this is going to be your reading. It's a confirmation. But I see a lot of light coming into your life. A lot of joy and optimism specifically is what I'm hearing. A lot of joy and optimism. I feel like you're stepping in a lot of joy and optimism, which I feel like is so appropriate because I was actually using a different deck for group number 1, and then spirit called me to use this deck and this is literally called the Golden Tarot. So it's got all these pretty beautiful gold foil cards, as you can see, which is so fitting. I didn't know that. I didn't notice that, but now as I say that, I see it. So I feel like there's a lot of light coming into your life. You guys could be Leos, but you don't have to be. I just feel like you guys might be stepping into the limelight in some way. I don't know what that means. Oops. So sorry about that. Yeah, we've got our cards, so let's see. Ooh, wow, that's the Hierophant, right? Yeah, gosh, look at that. The very first card is such a powerful card. I feel like you guys are stepping into your power. You guys are stepping into your own light. If you are a Leo, if you are a Leo sun, or if you have Leo placements in your chart, I'm being shown Venus in Leo, Mars in Leo, but a lot of Venus in Leo. And I feel like you guys might have struggled with confidence, struggled with, you know, shining or getting attention. Maybe you didn't like it. I feel like you guys could have struggled with such things, and I feel like you guys are embracing that, and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna go for it. You know, it's like if you were thinking of posting something of yourself online, or starting your own channel, starting something of your own on your social media, your own brand, it's like you're like, oh, you know what, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to choose to believe in myself, even though I don't feel very confident. I'm going to choose to believe in myself, and I'm going to do it because this is something that I really want to do. This is something that people need to hear, people need to know. And I feel like that's such a cool thing. And I feel that the Hierophant coming out again is a confirmation that what you're doing, I feel like a lot of you guys might be choosing to do something or speak on something that's really important, that might be helpful to people in some way. And I feel like it's really important. So, you know, make that video, make that post, talk about the issue that you felt like is important, that you need to talk about. and shine. Like, speak yourself, love yourself. Something about don't be afraid to shine. Something about don't be afraid to express yourself. Don't be afraid to put your views out there, or post yourself out there. If you want to if you want to create fashion content, makeup content, or you want to do something like you want to be a tech YouTuber, like, I don't know, I'm just seeing something about you. There's this strong message coming through that you go ahead and take that faith, go ahead and take that step to express yourself. It's really important that you do that. I feel like this is one of your soul missions. This is something that you came here for too. So this is something it's very good for you. It's very good for you. It's okay to be scared. I just heard do it scared, do it hungry, do it, what's that quote? I read that somewhere. Do it scared, do it hungry, do it afraid, but do it anyway. Like, that's what I'm getting for you. Very strong energy for you guys, not gonna lie. And look at that, you've got 4 and 5 consecutively. Yeah, definite confirmation. Then the next card we have is 4 of Cups. I feel like you taking this step would be a blessing in disguise. Maybe you are looking at more, I feel like you might be negatively focused or a little bit pessimistic. You might be like, oh my god, what are people going to say? What if I don't do it correctly? Oh, this is the kind of vision I have. What if I don't make this painting according to this vision that I had? And it's like, it's okay, it's okay. I feel like whatever you're going to do, if you mess anything up, or if things don't go according to plan, if things don't go according to your personal plan, things are going according to divine plan. So don't worry. Even if something doesn't go according to your plan, things are still going according to the divine plan. They've got you. I'm literally seeing spirits hold you, hold your energy. I'm literally seeing that. They're showing me that. And I feel like some of you might not be fully connected or aware that just how much you're supported, but they are definitely holding you. Like, I'm literally seeing, like, it's almost like a mother's energy that I'm feeling from them towards you. You know how a mother holds her baby? That's how they are holding you. Very protective over you, group number 2. And also 2 plus 2 is 4. And we've got 7. Okay. And we have 10 of Cups reversed. Let me clarify these 2 cards before I talk on them. 7, please clarify, Spirit. 7 of Cups and 10 of Cups reversed. Please clarify. Wow, we've got the Moon. Yeah, there could be something that you're not seeing, some kind of a hidden fear, subconscious fear. I'm seeing 2 eyes. I'm being shown 2 eyes. Do you dream of 2 eyes haunting you or watching over you or looking at you? Like, I feel like these 2 eyes they don't belong to a real person, but I feel like I'm feeling the energy. I don't feel like it's trying to harm you, but I don't think it has the power to harm you, honestly. Like, I'm not feeling any sort of negativity, or even if there is a negative energy attached to this, I'm not taking it. Like, I'm not feeling it, and I feel like it's not able to touch you. Whatever it is, it's not able to touch you. It's not going to be able to touch you. Oh, I thought there were only 3 cards, but we've got 4. We've got Lovers reversed. We've got 8 of Cups reversed. We've got Magician. Oh my gosh. Okay, so for clarifying 7 of Cups and 10 of Cups reversed, we have the Moon, the Lovers reversed, 8 of Cups reversed. We've got Magician. What does this mean for group number 2, Spirit? I'm just going to cover this up just to be on the safer side. That's it. What does this mean for group number 2? I feel like I'm having a difficult time trying to read. Just give me a moment. I don't want to give you a wrong message. Just give me a moment to tap into this. I feel like there is some kind of either it's a non-physical entity or it's a person around you that doesn't want you to succeed or doesn't want you to shine. And I feel like, oh my god, I just heard enemy. The energy of an enemy, that's the energy that I'm getting. This person is like a snake, but not in a good way. And I feel like you're not paying attention to the fact that this snake is trying to bite you, trying to get you, trying to poison you. And they're saying that it's best not to listen to outward influences right now, because you could end up unhappy or regretting. And with the Magician card ending your spread, I feel like Spirit is just asking you to trust yourself more than anyone else at the moment. If you find trouble, if you find it difficult to do that, then take a sheet of paper and write it down. It will help you have clarity. I also feel like some manifestation of yours is coming true. And it's a big manifestation, something that you have been desiring, wanting. Even if you're not consciously manifesting or doing something to manifest, I feel like a lot of you don't try to manifest things. You know, it's like you just let things come to you. So I feel like it's gonna come. Something is coming. Something is going to manifest in your physical reality. I feel like that's the more appropriate way to put it, because I don't see you putting a lot of effort, and I feel like that is what is making it work. The fact that you are not putting in a lot of effort. Sometimes we put in so much effort and it doesn't work because we're trying so hard. We are, we're not able to be detached. And I feel like you are just like, you know what, it's going to come to me on the right time according to the divine plan. So I'm just going to hold on and take a minute and allow it to come to me. I'm not going to chase it. That's what I'm feeling. Yeah, I'm not going to chase it is what I just heard. What else do I see? There's a certain quietness to your reading. Like, I feel like there's a lot of gaps where I'm not speaking. There's a lot of quietness to your reading. You know what? Let me grab an oracle deck to see if you've got any additional messages. Let's see if what Spirit has to say. So I got the Moonology deck here. So I'm taking this card, this card, this card, this card. Okay, I feel like the Oracle deck really wanted to speak to you. Oh my gosh, I just said it, didn't I? Speak yourself. Wow, yeah. Because the lovers reverse can also, lovers is actually ruled by Gemini, and Gemini rules communication, talking specifically, forms of communication, words. And this makes so much sense that, again, you've got Gemini, right? Oh yeah, first quarter moon in Gemini, speak your world into being. Something about you speaking yourself, really important that you speak. And it doesn't have to be that you're speaking on a platform. I feel like maybe in your relationships you don't feel like you can speak up for yourself, and this reading wants to encourage you to do that, because you might find that other people actually want to love you, and you might find that they're not actually against you speaking yourself. Step up and lead. Oh my god, wow. Whoa, whoa, oh my gosh, look at that. Your last two cards are both Leo. I mean, I can't even make this up at this point. You guys saw me grab the oracle deck. Yeah, this is why I love to do readings, because I get so happy and shocked. I know I've been doing this for a long time, but it makes me so happy to see that, you know, the messages all resonate and all of the cards make sense, and it makes me so happy to see that. So we've got speak your world into being, step up and lead. I feel like you've got leadership qualities. You need to believe in yourself. You need to believe in yourself, my love. Group number 2, I feel like you shine a lot, and I feel like if you especially if you're a Leo, or you've got Leo placements or Leo energy, first house energy, fifth house energy, you might find that people gravitate towards you without you putting in a lot of effort. And it's like, you know what? Embrace that. Don't be ashamed of it. Embrace it. Love it. You might think that, oh, you know, you might everybody loves to have attention on themselves, but I feel like some Leos could struggle with that, because having attention also means having negative attention, and that might not be something that you want. So I feel like, you know what, it's okay, like just take it all in stride, go wild, shine. I'm being shown Angelina Jolie. You know how she lives her life. Like I know people like to say that, oh, she was such a wild child, and I don't really see her as wild. I think I just see her as a woman who was not afraid to be super authentic, and, you know, she did whatever she pleased and she did whatever she wanted, and people labeled it as wild because, you know, all the rest of the people in the world and a lot of women kind of just were like sweet girls or nice girls, which nothing wrong with that, but then they were, you know, they didn't follow their heart. And Angelina was just like, you know what, I'm not even going to do what I don't want to do. And she's like, I'm here, this is who I am. I'm an actress, I am this, like, you know. And I feel like her movies are so iconic because of her authenticity. And it's like, you don't have to be like her. I'm not asking you that. I'm saying that you need to find your colors. You know how Angelina has her own specific colors, in the sense that she has her own specific personality type. You know, she has her own specific expression of authenticity, her truth, her honest self. You need to also be that in the world. You need to also start embracing that in yourself, because that is a gift. I feel like your authenticity is a gift to the world. Group number 2, I don't know who you are, but let me emphasize this. Your authenticity, your words, you speaking is a gift to the world. It helps the world, because that is why we've got step up and lead and the Hierophant. It can't be a coincidence that you get both of these cards. It cannot be. And you've got Magician to end your reading. So you've actually got 2 major arcanas ending your reading with 2 very strong archetypes, which is the Hierophant and the Magician. So it's really important that you step into this leadership energy. And when I say that leadership energy, I don't mean that, you know, you need to be domineering or whatever. I'm specifically talking about step more into your authenticity, and your authenticity itself has leadership qualities. So you don't have to work to be a leader. I feel like you've innately got those qualities. You've innately come with them when you were born. And I feel like stepping up and leading in some way is your life mission, is your soul mission, is your life path. Like, that's something that your soul opted into in this life. You know, before you were born, I feel like this was your soul pre-birth intention. that, you know what, I want to be able to bring truth, bring love to people through my words, through my videos, through my through this platform, or to my family, you know, whatever it is around you, to wherever you're working. Like it's important. I feel like you're very inspirational and motivational, group number 2. I feel like you don't try to be inspirational, and some of you might see you as an enemy. You know, some of them might see you as like oh my god, like why is group number 2 shining so much? Like who does group number 2 think they are? And it's like, don't give an F about them. Go wild. Don't give an F about them. You don't need to pay attention to that. And I know that's easier said than done, but you need to start embracing yourself, because those people just want to put you down, group number 2, and they are not worth your lovely and beautiful attention. They are not worth your lovely energy and focus. And it's like, just take energy back from those people, and those, you know, people that don't want you to shine, that don't want you to be yourself, that don't want you to lead, because the world needs you in some way, humanity needs you in some way. I feel like you're making some kind of a change, some kind of a, like, I'm literally being shown a huge ripple in the ocean, which affects all of the rest of the currents and all of the rest of the tides and like speed of the water and everything. Like, you are that. You are the wave of change. You are the tidal wave of change. You are the tidal wave of inspiration, of leadership, of light itself. You are here to shine. This is one of your soul missions. So don't run away from that, group number 2. That's what I have for you, group number 2. I hope that this message was helped you. This message resonated with you. If you would like a personal reading with me on if you need any clarity on any topics that you wish, so please feel free to reach out to me via the email address in my description. I am taking a limited amount of personal readings due to things that I'm facing in my personal life, but yeah, I am doing a limited amount of personal readings, so please feel free to reach out. I love your energy. Keep shining, keep going wild, step up and lead, speak yourself into existence, speak yourself, love yourself. And I would like to take the time to thank you for giving me this honor to read for you. Thank you so much for coming back, if you have come back after a long time on my channel. Thank you so much for sticking around. Thank you to all of the beautiful cards, guides, for allowing me to channel for my dear and beautiful, shining group number 2. And I will see you in my next reading, or in a personal reading, hopefully. I hope you have a lovely day. Bye. Hello my loves, if you chose group number 3, you chose this quote, which says, "We're only given a little sparkle of madness, do not lose it." I don't know why, but I got this energy of like, you guys are doing quite well. You guys are doing... I feel like this, you know, I'm being shown this video where the person is just jumping on the street and walking almost like flying. Like they're just jumping and walking and so happy that everybody turns around and looks at this person and they're smiling. Like, you know, everybody was just very quiet and walking very sadly, or, you know, with a neutral expression, but they saw that person and they started smiling because that person that was jumping and, you know, almost like flying, kind of walking style on the street, they get very happy seeing that. And I feel like you bring a lot of happiness and cheerfulness. I feel like you're a cheerful person, group number 3. And you bring a lot of joy. You bring a lot of sparkle, not just in your life, but in other people's life as well. Which is why I think this particular quote came out for you. Yeah. You definitely bring a lot of joy in people's lives. So I feel like I should use both of these decks. So I'm getting that I should use both of these tarot decks. So for group number 3, messages and... Whoa. Okay. We'll flip these over in a bit. Let me just get the cards for you. For group number 3, please. Okay. So we have the Tower reversed, we have 10 of Crystals, and Ace of Acorns reversed. And then for this one we have, oh my gosh, okay, let me just, we have Lovers upright, we have 5 of, yeah, you guys could be gravitated towards the group number 2, because group number 2 receives similar cards, but the messages I feel are going to be different. I feel like you're in the process of walking away from something, and I feel like this Tower moment either is happening or has recently happened for sure. You are in the process, I feel like you are in the process of, like, you know how after the tower collapses and there's like all you're left with is the aftermath of the destruction, like the collapsed building, metaphorically speaking, of course, like the collapsed building, like collapsed foundations, collapsed systems, collapsed thought patterns, belief patterns, and everything is shaken up. And I feel like it's done, the actual destruction is done, but you are in the process of like coming out of it, or you are in the aftermath of that ego death. You are in the aftermath, you're feeling the after effects of this Tower moment. That's what I'm seeing for you, group number 3. And I feel like you could be ruminating a lot right now about the spilled glasses or the spilled milk, so to speak, like things that went wrong, or I should have done this, I should have done that, why did this happen, what does this mean, why did I get trapped in this situation, and why did this person deceive me, why did this happen. Like, I feel like you're asking a lot of questions at this time. And I also feel a sort of hermit energy, like you've become a sort of a recluse right now, and I feel like that's a good thing. You need to take some time to recharge, especially if you've gone through an immense ego death. But I feel like you're eventually going to find your way. I'm being shown the water that flows over stones. Now, people like to say that, oh, water isn't a powerful element. Like people say, oh, like fire is powerful, or air can be powerful, but water is not powerful. But I feel that water is one of the most powerful elements. And you know how the Grand Canyon is carved only due to the water flowing over the stones continuously and eroding it with a period of time. And you've got these beautiful structures called the Grand Canyon. When you go there, it's so beautiful. And all that was done was due to the erosion of water corroding the stone. And you know how the water, it's like the water does not care, it's like whether there is a stone or whatever. You know how the water is like making its way, you know what I mean? Like, if there is a stone here and the water is going like this, the water will be like, okay, you know what, let's just go like this. And I feel like that's the kind of energy I'm getting from you, like a little bit of a water kind of energy. You could be a water sign, but you don't have to be. Honestly, I don't feel like a lot of you are water signs, but I'm being shown that how water carves out its own path and takes the shape of whatever container you put in. If you put the water in a glass, it takes the shape of the glass. If you put it in a bowl, it takes the shape of the bowl. Like how water kind of like, it's powerful to be like water. It's powerful to be, I don't want to say flexible, but like I want to say like flow, to be able to be in a state where you're allowing. And I feel like it's powerful to be in that state. It's powerful to be vulnerable. It's powerful to be allowing universe to do magic for you. Not that universe is doing magic for you. I mean, you're the one that's magical, but spirit got you. Like spirit guides have you. Ouch. I accidentally scratched over a wound that I had on my body, which is why the ouch. But yeah, getting back to your reading. So I feel like you need to turn around from whatever milk was spilled, whatever went wrong, what, if you've gone through a breakup, or if you, like, I feel like some of you could have been going through something intense or something extreme in the past few months, or in the past few years. For some of you, I'm hearing it's like it's time to turn your face towards the future. It's time you turn the face towards the more positive side of life, because I feel like you've been through negative side of the life, you know what I mean? Like, you've been down in the dumps, you've been through the trenches. So that's not a new thing for you anymore, because you've experienced that. And spirit is like, you know what, like, everything is in balance, like everything works as in the universe is balance, everything is a polarity. So, well, not everything is a polarity, but you know what I mean. So it's like, if you've experienced negative emotions, if you've experienced poverty, if you've experienced lack, now it's your time to experience abundance. Now it's your time to experience love, positivity, joy, the more positive emotions, happiness, feeling fulfilled, feeling significant, feeling like you have a purpose, feeling like you're important, feeling belonging. And it's time that you step into that, which is why I feel like I was called to use different decks, because I feel like they're giving two different energies for me. And I feel like the spirit is making a clear bifurcation, clear separation in between your past and your future, in the sense that I'm not even talking about past and future in terms of time necessarily. I'm talking in terms of your energy, specifically your past energy and your energy in the future, and what you're a match to. That's what I'm talking about. And I feel like with the Gemini, the lovers being ruled by the Gemini, the moon coming out, which shows these two wolves howling at the moon, I feel like this is again another confirmation that I feel like you're going to be okay. I feel like you're going to find love. You could also, some of you could have been drawn to group number 1 because they got a similar message. But there is a lot of good things coming for you. I feel like if you've gone through a lot of instability, or a lot of unsafety, lot of insecurity, lot of lack, if you come from poverty, or unstable, toxic, abusive relationships, whatever it is, like whatever is like up and down, feeling like a lot of instability, and you don't have any stability, I feel like there's a lot of grounding energy coming towards you. And you open your arms and embrace it. Open your arms and embrace this energy, embrace being grounded, embrace this change. It's happening for you. It might not feel that way. It might feel like the universe is kind of forcing you and, like, throwing you into this tumultuous phase of life, and throwing you into this situation, throwing you into this dire predicament. But you're going to be okay. I don't want to say it's for your own good, because I hate saying that. But it's happening so that you end up in a better place than you did before, because you deserve more, group number 3. You deserve more. You deserve so much more. You are such a light for people, and you deserve so much more. So let me get some oracle cards, and that will close that up. Whoa. Oh my gosh, we have lighten up. See? Yeah. I feel like at this time, Spirit is calling you to focus more on positive. Maybe if you want to try listening to affirmations, maybe, you know what, sometimes some people can get tired and sick of affirmations or manifesting, especially if it's not happening. Like, you get sick of all of these, watching all of these videos and all that, like, it doesn't work. But and I'm not saying that you should go back and do that, but I just feel like Spirit is just asking you right now to just lighten up a little bit. Maybe, try filling yourself with positive thoughts if you want to, if you can. I know coming out of negative situations is really difficult and really hard, and I don't want to, like, push positivity on you, okay? I don't want to force you to feel good when you're obviously feeling sad or bad. Make space for the emotions that you're feeling already. Make space for your negative emotions, and also remember that you do deserve to feel joy, you do deserve to feel the more positive emotions. And I feel like that's why this card has come out, lighten up, last quarter moon in Leo. Lighten up, because it's going to be okay, it's going to be, invite this light in. The more you think positively, the more you orient yourself towards the positivity, or expecting positive things to happen for you, expecting that things will work out for you, the more lighter you will feel. You won't feel the heaviness of this tarot card, or of this tower card, or of this rumination, or the ego death, or whatever extreme experiences that you have had in the past. You won't feel a lot of that. That's what I'm feeling, group number 3. Let me see what this card is. Step up and lead. Yes. I feel like I don't even want to explain this. Like, you guys know. Oops. You guys know what this means already. Something about you being a leader for sure, which I'm not surprised that this card comes out. This card did come out for one of the previous files. But since you shine so much, since you have this spark, I feel like, you know, inevitably people that are a light in the world kind of end up being in some kind of a leadership position, or they're looked up to in some way, you know, regardless of what they're choosing as their career. And I feel like you're one of those people. I feel like you're like a role model, you're like a leader, you're like a pioneer in your own right and in your own way. So that's what I have for you, my dear loves, my dear group number 3. The candle has burned out, and I'm so glad I was able to do this reading for you. I take the time to thank you, to thank all of these beautiful cards. Thank you, dear spirit guides that are watching over group number 3. Please watch over them always, and I will see you in my next reading. If not, I thank you so much for watching this one. Bye.